Hearts of Steel, Wile Coyote need to. Well, this is going to be tricky. They need an attack win right now. This is going to be a panic situation for them. Thing is, though, I don't think they've entirely lost yet. You know, the thing is, I still reckon they might have something in. They need a little bit more coordination, maybe a little bit more trickiness. No. But
yeah, I mean the thing I personally think has let certain teams down throughout these games is just the class choices. You know, I don't think there's really any team that is worse than the other for the most part, and I think it's purely just been a case of some of the teams know exactly what they're meant to play. And that said, Wile Coyote, they've got Rob, and he is a fantastic heavy, and Epic Killer knows exactly what class he needs to be, but you need to make sure that the rest of your team also knows what they're playing when they and know when they should be playing what they are actually choosing.
yeah, to be fair, this is always considered like a public tourney. It would never make them taken seriously. And to be fair, we some lovely shenanigans and hijinks in the teams. It's been really fun to watch these guys. That initial assault, though, that's promising. Oh, and there goes Deep Fried Monkey. And yeah, again, this strategy of just let them take point A with token defense. Maybe it's that they believe they get some time on point B to build stuff up.
In fairness, I can kind of understand the concept of it purely because obviously point B is a lot more defensible from Red's side of things, whereas point A, like we have seen perhaps one game or maybe two games where point A didn't get capped, and those were diabolically shameful games to watch. But every other game has been at least a point A cap, and B, there's a lot more area for Red to spread out. There's a lot more height advantage for them. It kind of works, but again, I still stick by the fact that you are giving your enemy team free time by doing that.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I agree with that. I mean, I have a feeling here though that Hearts are still in a jubilant mood, and they're really stopping all attempts to get to point A, B, and E right now. I mean, this is looking grim. They're trying to attack spawn right now. This is not good for morale. There's Epic Killer. I've been watching him. He's been running around doing stuff. And hang on, Pybro, are you was that a home wreck and you managed to get a crit with it? You lucky bastard. Ordinarily that would not work, but you just had to put a crit out right there and then just because you needed it.
Oh, this is really nice to see. I have to say, Red Snipers are shooting up a storm. Juju, pretty much, he is doing all the work by himself by the looks of it at the moment. He's basically, he's gone from support class to being pretty much the main damage dealer as it is at the moment.
Where is he? Oh yes, I see him. Yes, I think the two red snipers are actually out in front right now. I have a friend who says basically blue should not have any snipers, and I disagree. You need at least one counter sniper, and they're really handy taking out engineers.
Yeah, this area is like a prime example. You have got a good amount of range, especially if a engineer isn't wrangling a sentry. There is the classic sentry spot where that sentry just got taken down. If there's no wrangler, you can stand there and snipe an engineer very, very easily without any worries about being attacked.
All right now, though, that point B is looking a little bit dicey, and we've seen the demo spam and the Rob spam. Yeah, that's how you do it. Just clear them out, and that's point C. Now, this would be an interesting game if we can see Wile Coyote get to win it. This is the stumbling block, though. Point C. Can they power through point C? Ooh, that's a nice win there from Rob, just taking that out. Oh, Rob's on that second sentry, though. This is looking good. This might be the quickest point C contested cap we've seen. Oh, come on.
Yeah, they have completely turned it around. I mean, I think this is definitely looking good for them, but although obviously you've got to worry about crits, but I think they have got Ubers ready to go off if they need them as well.
Yeah, this is looking lovely. That was a very convincingly taken point C. That is the best point C cap we've ever seen. I mean, we've had scenes where they've gone through freely, but this was the first time, you know, it was contested and they just went through that. What I think what happened there was, though, I mean, Rob, again, this guy is almost carrying the team with what he's doing. He took out one sentry, took out the second sentry, and made sure sentry didn't go up. Because taking those things out makes all the difference. Nice work from Scoot Loops there, taking that sentry out from behind.
Nice Uber time in there from Mr. Spot. That was pretty much perfect time to get in there, and yeah, making sure Captain Unicorn stayed alive. He didn't manage to survive much longer after that, but still, very nice time in to try and save that point.
This is going to be an interesting match. 10 minutes on the clock here, and you know, Wile Coyote could have pulled something out of the bag here. I mean, they are trying to attack from a lot of different angles here, and you know, I think the thing that's been... Whoa, iGamer I. Oh, he's on a roll. If he had a bit more support there, he might have done well, but that was a nice bit of attempt there. I mean, he completely obliterated the central positions by himself.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
Deep Fried Monkey trying to keep the... Oh, there's Rob. Nope. All the nope. Oh my god. Is Rob again? This is the thing. Rob is just seriously, whenever he turns up on the scene, it's like... I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's serious. It's the heavy. It's the bulk of the team right here. Hey. Oh, why he's not capping? Oh, jeez. There goes the Uber. Oh, Jesus. That damn man is not dying. Oh, wow. 11 minutes on the clock here. Point D cap. Can they get a break back here? Could they actually get an attack win? Oh, this is looking good. Now, can they seal the deal? They need to stop them getting through points C and D here. That's what the key of this area is.
Yeah, I mean, they have set themselves up very, very nicely, and I think perhaps Hard to Steel may be regretting that very easy A cap for Wile Coyote there, because, I mean, you know, 11 minutes to try and cap the final point. If, you know, this is sort of the kind of thing where if you can get some attacking crits out, then you've pretty much got the point guaranteed, because Red simply won't have enough time to get back around to you.
Well, the thing here is now they've got 10 minutes on the clock, a long, long time. And the thing here is that, you know, they can invent some tactics in the time, easy. Have an idea of what you want to do, and then execute the plan. When you've got 3 minutes, that's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to come up with a plan in a hurry, but you've got 10 minutes. You need to think of a plan, think of some ways to do it, maybe get some new injury positions going, stuff like that, and you can do that. Oh, Scoot, you fell down the hole. What is going on here, though? One Uber versus another Uber. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that was very close to a good cap there, but I think that was more timing on the side of Hard to Steel. I don't know if, you know, are they going to get that lucky again for the next 10 minutes? I can't see it happening personally, but if they do manage to keep it that long, then it will be a very well-deserved defensive win.
This is the thing here. I mean, from what I can see so far, Hearts of Steel are playing this fast and loose, and they're doing nicely. One thing I do find with their team, they're very, very cohesive, but when something breaks them, they get hit hard. And it takes them a bit of a while to get that cohesion back, but when they do, it's an absolute nightmare to get through. Oh, nice work there! Epic killer. Yeah, I got this. I got short circuit. Iriday shoots him in the face. Oh yeah, that's the one thing I can't use short circuit on. But here's the thing, where's the offensive engineering though? They need to get stuff on the point. The other thing is, actually, I'm seeing right now, I mean, Placebo there is using that vaccinator like a champ. Because right now, I mean... Oh, there goes Rob down the hole. Thing is, they are countering Wile Coyote really hard. They've got great medic work going on for them right now. They just can't. The problem is with Wile Coyote, they just can't seem to kill Hearts of Steel, and you know, credit to Hearts of Steel, they are staying alive the best of times.
Yeah, I have to say as well, this does seem like Algorithm's pretty much his playground right now. You're able to just run in, air blast guys, especially when he's Ubered. It must feel a right trick to be able to do that.
Oh jeez. Oh, that medic's not feeling the pinch. Ooh, that was a nice dodge out there. They got to keep something on that point though. It's all well and good blocking it all off, but they need the cap.
Control point is being contested.
8 minutes on the clock, and that thing's half capped. It's a little bit worrying. But this is the thing, Hearts are still on top of this all over again. I'm loving the engineering position though. That's a nice bit of work there from Zan. They're clustered though. One bad crit will kill them all. The thing is, they need something from the A side as well, actually. If they get something from A to D and B to C, that'd be nice.
Oh, there we go. Twisted Trev and who's that? Deep Fried Monkey, supported by medics, pretty much taking out everything that was there for a good blue attack, and that is going to take a lot of time off of Wile Coyote's attack in there.
Yeah, that's a heavy cluster right there. You could. There were too many guys standing in a narrow corridor. It was bound to get detonated. This is where you need to spread yourselves out a bit. Also, attack from multiple different directions. You can't attack from one side and use the same teleport. It's what happens in Dust Bowl stage 2. You know, with the right-hand tunnel on the second point. So engineer goes right into that, makes a teleport, and they all come out from one door and they get killed off because it's a predictable entrance.
Yeah, I have to say actually that is one thing that Hearts of Steel really do understand. They have been defending from all angles. You know, they haven't just been focusing on one door and, you know, placing traps or whatever. And I think that is part of the reason why they've managed to hold it now for coming up for 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're doing well. As I said, when they get settled in and when they know what they're doing, they're an absolute menace to take down. 6 minutes 30 though. Still quite a bit of time, but this is their last bit of time. Wile Coyote need to come up with a good plan. Ideally it involves the destruction of Red Team, because actually that's the thing that's been going really well for Hearts of Steel. They haven't been dying. Is when they start suffering wipes, that's when it's really bad for them. Have to say that this is, I mean, they're going for, what the fuck, really epic killer. Have you seen where he's put it?
No.
Go to point D. You looking at point D?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. If that works, please tell me that works. I'm just wondering if they've noticed this yet, but
well, Placebo definitely knows what's going on. I don't know whether or not he's able to reiterate the information to the pertinent classes who might be able to put a stop to that. I think they might have gotten wise to it already, though. Yeah, they must be using comms of some sort, or at least passing the information along.
That's an interesting place to go, though. I mean, if they actually fortified point D, that'll be, and this is the thing, fortify point D, take out the rest of Red Team, and let them just wither on the vine. Block them up in point D, then take points E. It is entirely possible that can work, but it's so tenuous, and they've got to do it in 4 minutes now. Saying that, oh, WC Davey being a boss, continually being a boss. Oh, that Uber went down. Oh, jeez. Are they going to hold this? Oh my god. After all this time. Oh, Christ almighty though. They are really trying to push this point D out.
Yeah, Hearts of Steel are just barely holding this, and it is getting to the point. I think they might just be able to get this taken, but one unlucky crit might actually completely wipe Wile Coyote. But he's looking good. I don't know that they're going to be able to cap it or take it back now.
Oh no! Why did they run away from point D? Don't go capping! Oh no! That was the worst misplay. The Pirates should have gone to point D and hoofed them back. They shouldn't. He shouldn't have come back trying capping. Blocking off point D was their correct strat, and oh no! I think
that said, though, there's still a lot of cap time on E. If they can just get enough guys on there to stand there for enough time.
I don't know.
I think they've given Hearts of Steel too much time now. That they're managing to come back. Everybody's respawned.
That's the thing. Is where the block at that point D needs to hold. The whole point of that was to keep my. So close though. That was a real comeback kid moment.
Our last control point is being captured. The final control point is being captured.
Yeah, no,
that was some nice lucky crits there from Twisted Trev. That definitely saved the point. I think managed to take Rob out with that one.
Oh, jeez, though. I mean, 2 minutes 31. It's going to come down to a pub push. The point is somewhat alive, but it's draining fast. The problem is, every time they get near the point, Hearts of Steel are on it. Immediately, they got to remove Hearts of Steel from that side of the map. And, Epic Killer, that was an incredibly good strat. It was the derpiest thing we've seen in a long time on this map, and it nearly worked. It only required slight more tweaking in terms of what LSU team was doing, and that could have actually won the match. That was an insane teleporter.
There we go, and that's all the cap time that they did have on point E down, and I think, I'm not sure, with the amount of time they've got left, they have got time for one good attack.
Oh no.
Aside from that, they are going to be in very, very risky pub push territory, and I don't think with a team this savvy on the map, it's really going to be very easy to push up against a defense like this.
Can you pub push point E? This is the thing. The problem is now Hearts of Steel are back their old position. They're blockading A door. They're blockading the B door. This is where, if they get these positions, it's an absolute nightmare to move them. They had 2 chances to do this. They got them out the way, but they just couldn't finish them off. They almost had this game, Wile Coyote. It was a lovely attempt. There's one Uber there. One Uber. Man with bottle attempts to solve the entire game. I can't. To be fair though, Zan was doing a nice job just pummeling people with a bottle. "46 seconds. I don't think that this is going to.
No, unless they can get a lot of guys capping. Yeah, even their crits.
No. The problem
Red
is
are 2 on that to let crits happen now.
The problem is that as soon if red team's there on that side and they got demo men, it's just too easy. Just lay them on the point and they can't get on it. You have to take out red team. You can't just cap the point.
Yeah, at this point, either way, Wile Coyote are going to be putting themselves into overtime, even if they do manage to get a cap down, and they're in very, very dangerous territory. I just can't see them managing to get a cap unless they somehow miraculously get all the Ubers, all the crits out all at once. But
all the King's Ubers and all the crits men couldn't cap the E point ever again. And that is a 3rd point for Hearts of Steel, who win the Steel League. Very nicely done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. And I've got to stay for the aftermatch assessment and photo shoot. Be our guest. Okay, it's now time for after-match assessment. Oh, actually, maybe after tournament assessment. I would ask teams to still be here for a second. We got to do a photo shoot in a second, but we'll keep this short. I have to say though, Hearts of Steel, a consistent strategy for consistent gamers, and it worked very well in their favour.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a case of, like I said, obviously, teamwork really, really did work perfectly, and as well as that, knowing what classes to play. And it definitely helps having Deep Fried Monkey and Twisted Trev. I think those 2 guys as like the demo team works absolutely fantastically.
But then saying that for, you know, Wile, Coyote, I mean, these guys, Jesus. I mean, Rob and Out of Love, again, the counterpoints to those two guys. And, you know, I think as much as I think Heart of Steel had the obvious thing of cohesion, I think the thing that unnoticed with Wile Coyote was unusual tactics. An Epic Killer, again, came up with a strategy that was insane as pants, and it nearly worked. Let's put a teleporter at D. Was that a plan? And it nearly worked. But anyway, we're going to go away for 2 seconds, discuss the MVPs. We'll be back in a second, then we'll do the photo shoot. Okay, and my first my nomination for MVP goes to Rob for general badassery. When Rob was on a point with a medic, it was like this point is going down, and he severe pointed so many pushes into enemy territory. And you know, when Rob was on the scene, it was like, yeah, the Hearts were like, we need to kill Rob because he's the biggest problem. Get rid of him. And it was quite the case for a long time. And a little shout out to Epic Killer, tiny one, nice, interesting strat on point D. It nearly worked. What's your idea, man?
And I've got to say, Iriday, just like, I really do like snipers just on any map. Like, sniping to me is a very, very fun class to play, and just the amount of teamwork that, or the amount of sort of work that factored for the team really, really nicely. And you know, it's kind of like you were doing it all in the background, and yet you know you were getting medic skill, heavy skilled, and it worked really, really brilliantly. And also a little shout out to Davey just for really, really nice engineer work towards the start of the game, which was really, really brilliant.
Yep, overall we had a really, really fun time with League. Thank you very much. Also like to thank personally Alarmcopter. It's your server, man. It was really nice that you get in this. It was all possible because you got the server, man. Thank you very much for that.
No.
Yep. Okay, anyway. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you had fun. Good games. That's the end of the recording, and we'll see you guys hopefully next year.